Welcome to the Campfire, and today we're analyzing District 186A. Teams in this district include Bellaire, Chavez, Heights, Lamar, Houston Tech, Westside, and Wisdom. Let's begin by taking a look at these teams in our film session, presented by the Houston area Chevy dealers. 186A almost always goes through Lamar, and with 9 starters back and blazing speed at the skill positions, the Texans should be back on top again this fall. Jacarston Lander and Enrico Moore Espinosa bring speed and top-end talent to the receiver position, and the Lamar offensive line is about as big as they come. The back end of the defense will be led by DB Robert McFarland. Lamar is primed to be playing in December this year. Bellaire has 12 starters back from a 6-5 team in 2024. Cardinals will have Will Hazen back behind center, and Tony Miller and Cameron Johnson as receivers who can make the big catches. Heights will be extremely young on defense, but with quarterback Kobe Miles and running back Corian Jacobs back, the offense will try to put up enough numbers to where the defense can grow. Westside will try and sew up the 4th place spot again. Watch out for Brandon Doyle on that Wolves defensive line. Chavez has Jonte Thomas returning in the wide receiver core, while Wisdom's Marcus Wells in the secondary will try and make some key turnovers there. Houston Tech only scored 18 total points a year ago, so that's something they look to improve in 2025.
The film session is presented by the Houston area Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive. Players on the Rise is brought to you by Parker University. Would you like to help a veteran? Log on to parkerperformanceinstitute.com to learn more about the Invicta Project. The Campfire is brought to you by DQ for treats and eats before and after the game.
For an even deeper look at 186A, here's producer Ward Fasold and Matt Stepp from Dave Campbell's Texas High School Football with the District Breakdown.
All right, Stepp, we are talking 186A, and it's one of the few, probably one of the only 17 districts in 6A, but it's Houston ISD. Last week we talked Cy-Fall, Cy-Fair. We kind of really figured out who we thought was going to win right away, but we always think Lamar is going to win when we talk 186A. Is that what we're thinking this year as well?
Yes. They've won it, every
answer.
year, the past 20-something years, except for one. Heights got it once.
Yeah.
I think last year, if you were going to get Lamar, it was last year. I think this year, Coach Lindsey's got a good ball club returning from an area finalist, 9 starters back, just speed everywhere at the skill positions. Enrico Moore Espinosa is back. He was a newcomer of the year in 2023, missed most of 24 with an injury. They got another wide receiver in Jacarston Lander, who's really, really athletic. Sophomore Kyle Behan. They just got dudes everywhere at the skill positions. They're going to be fun to watch in 7-on-7 as well because they can get after it. Defensive end, Robert McFarland is undersized. Robert McFarland is a defensive back. They got defensive end, Martin Davis Wheatfall, 6'4", 250. Big-time player, Division I size. He's kind of the next great pass rusher from Houston Lamar. Coach Lindsey really likes his ball club. In fact, his quote was, we aim to make noise in December. So keep an eye on Houston Lamar. I think the Texans are the runaway favorite in 186A this year.
All right, run me down 1 through 7 to close this out.
Let's go. Lamar 1, Bellaire 2, Heights 3, Westside 4. We're going to go Chavez 5. We're going to go 6, Wisdom, and in 7th, Sam Houston Math and Science Tech.
We'll post the entire breakdown segment this Wednesday on our social media pages. Now, let's take a look at some game changers in our Players on the Rise, presented by Parker University. The district's most talented and dangerous quarterback is Bellaire's Will Hazen. The senior is never rattled in the pocket as he can take the pressure, make the adjustments, and still complete it down the field. Hazen threw for over 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns for the Cardinals and was named to the first-team All-District squad. Hazen will hope to lead Bellaire back to the postseason. Look for a huge year out of Houston Heights receiver Caden Cole. Only 14 catches for 149 yards and 2 scores last year, but he has all the makings of a big-time wideout. Cole has that go-up-and-get-it type height which enables his quarterback to just throw it into double coverage, and he can do it with confidence. Caden has an offer from UTSA already. Lamar is looking for a full season out of wide receiver Enrico Espinosa in 2025. He's just too much of a speedster to not have on the field. Hampered by injuries, Espinosa only suited up for a few games, but in his sophomore year, his playmaking ability was on full display. The Texans get Enrico the ball in a variety of ways to utilize that athleticism. Look for big things out of the senior this fall. When his motor's running, there is just no way of stopping Martin Davis Wheatfall of Lamar from getting to the ball carrier. At 6'4", 240, Martin is the perfect size for a pass rusher, and he's got those intangibles as well. Davis Wheatfall is agile, versatile, and hostile. That can be too much for an offensive lineman to block. He had 48 tackles, 4 sacks, and 6 tackles for loss last season.
The film session is presented by the Houston area Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Our Ward for Sold caught up to Lamar head coach Michael Lindsay to talk about his Texans in our Media Day segment.
All right, it's Media Day. We're talking to Coach Michael Lindsay from Lamar. And you know what, Coach? A little birdie told me, and that little birdie is wide-framed by the name of Matt Stepp. He told me that you're looking forward to playing well into December this year. He says you like your squad. So I want to know what you like about this year's team because, man, you go over the last 20, 30 years, there's a lot to like about every Lamar team, but maybe this one specifically.
Yeah, I think we have just really had a deeper and deeper roster every year the last 4 or 5 years since COVID. And so, we're looking at having 50 seniors this next year. And, 2 years ago, we were 12-1, had a great team. We only returned 3 starters total last year, so we were pretty young. And so now, we get to have one of those years where we have a lot of experience coming back, especially on the offensive side, 3 out of 5 offensive linemen back, a lot of skill returning, a lot of speed. Defensively, we return a lot as well. So I think that, just having a good senior class is exciting and having a lot of speed on the team is really good.
Well, it's going to be fun. I can't wait for August to get around. Coach, I appreciate you joining us and good luck this season.
Thank you so much. Thank you for covering us.
You can catch the entire interview Friday on our social media channels. Hey, that'll do it for this week's Campfire. Next week, we'll head to Katy ISD and talk about 196A. Until then, have a great week, everybody.